The voice of Lu, San Xiao's engagement invitation, didn't sound so pure. Tang Su knew that back in school, Lin Yanyan's relationships with men had never been simple. She didn't care who Lin Yanyan was being impure with deep down this corridor now. All she wanted was to find Jing Mo as quickly as possible. Still, Lin Yanyan really was bold, daring to meet a man at such an event. As a public figure, didn't she fear being caught? Scandals would fly everywhere. The man and Lin Yanyan seemed to have just finished something. Both were breathing heavily. Just as Tang Su turned to leave, she heard the man's voice. Lin Yanyan, this time I lost so many brothers for you. You'd better compensate me well from now on. That was the voice of the kidnapper boss. Tang Su whipped her head around, nearly crying out in shock. But her mind remained clear enough for her to duck behind a nearby corner, pressing her hand tightly over her mouth. Tang Su wasn't stupid. Hearing those words from the kidnapper leader, she instantly realized he could never have actually kidnapped Lin Yanyan. The whole kidnapping must have been a conspiracy, staged so that Lu Huaizhu would voluntarily give up Tang Yanshun in front of her. Lin Yanyan, what a vicious move. With trembling hands, Tang Su pulled her phone out of her bag. If she could record Lin Yanyan's conversation with this kidnapper boss, she could finally show Lu Huaizhu Lin Yanyan's true face. Unfortunately, she was terribly unlucky. After pulling out her phone, she discovered it was completely dead. Of course, it made sense. These past few days, she'd been living in a daze, forgetting even to charge her phone. It would have been strange if it still had power. Lu Fu, let me go quickly. Where are we? If someone sees us, how will I face people ever again? Lin Yanyan's voice carried obvious panic. Lu Fu, I'll compensate you for your losses this time, but don't come looking for me again. If Huaizhu finds out about us, neither of us will get off easily. Lin Yanyan, do you even have a conscience? The kidnapper boss, Lu Fu, snapped angrily. So many of my brothers are now in prison, their lives hanging by a thread, and you're already trying to discard me like a used bridge. How could I have fallen for such a heartless woman like you? Suddenly remembering something, Lin Yanyan quickly asked, Lu Fu, do your imprisoned brothers know that I was the one who told you to kidnap Tang Yanshun? They don't know that much. Lu Fu paused, his voice now clearly threatening. But if you keep trying to cast me aside, I guarantee I'll make Lu Huaizhu see your true colors. Liu Fu, Yudare. Lin Yanyan hated being threatened most of all, her voice now laced with anger. Lu Fu showed no fear. Lin Yanyan, just watch whether I dare or not. Afraid he might actually expose everything to Lu Huaizhu, Lin Yanyan quickly softened her tone. Big brother Fu, it's all my fault. I shouldn't have angered you just now. You're magnanimous, please don't hold it against a little thing like me, okay? Big brother Fu, even if I'm by Huaizhu's side in the future, I'll still treat you well. After all, I love you so much. After all, I love you so much. Hearing these words, Lu Fu finally chuckled in satisfaction. He pinched Lin Yanyan's chin. That's more like it. Yanyan, come here. Let your big brother spoil you properly. Enough. You can't even control yourself at a time and place like this. You've almost ruined my clothes. How am I supposed to show my face? Go back first. I'll come find you tomorrow night. Due to the dim light, Lu Fu didn't notice the uncontrollable venom flashing in Lin Yanyan's eyes. He hugged and kissed her for a while longer before reluctantly leaving. Afraid of being discovered by Lin Yanyan and Lu Fu, Tang Su immediately ran toward the ballroom. Once inside, she found her limbs weak and her heart pounding wildly beyond control. She pressed hard against her chest, forcing herself to stay calm. She had already found the mastermind behind Xiao Shun's death. She would find a way. She would personally take revenge for Xiao Shun. Lin Yanyan, grandmother's life, Xiao Shun's life, this blood debt could only be repaid with blood. Tang Su had never been particularly clever since childhood. For now, she couldn't think of a good way to seek revenge for Xiao Shun. Remembering why she had come to this charity gala in the first place, she stopped dwelling on it and began searching through the crowd for Jingmo's figure. Tang Su searched for quite some time, but still couldn't find Jingmo. Instead, she spotted Lu Huaizhu and Lin Yanyan. The men of the Lu family all seemed to favor black. Tang Su had seen Lu Tingchen, Lu Huaizhu's father, on the news several times, always dressed in a black suit. Lu Huaizhu's elder brother, Lu Jinghan, the internet genius who built Huawei's largest internet company from scratch, formerly known as Yi Xiaobao, also always wore a black suit whenever he appeared on the cover of financial magazines. Tonight, Lu Huaizhu wore a French haute couture handmade suit. Unlike other men who habitually left one or two shirt buttons undone, the Lu men always buttoned theirs all the way to the top. Their attire was crisp and immaculate, exuding elegance and grace, breathtakingly handsome, yet carrying a heavy aura of restraint. Tang Su had always known Lu Huaizhu was exceptionally good-looking, but seeing him tonight still made her freeze momentarily. Many women in the hall looked at him with obvious admiration and adoration. Of course, taking over the Lu Corporation at 20, leading it to unprecedented heights by 24, Such extraordinary talent and unmatched charisma naturally attracted women's affection. Yet only those who had truly gotten close to him would understand the cruelty hidden beneath that flawless, beautiful face. That was why Tang Su dared not love anymore. Many women wanted to approach Lu Huizhua, but when they saw Lin Nian standing beside him, they wisely gave up. In this society, matching social status still mattered. Most women here came from decent families, but none could compare to the Lin family behind Lin Nian. Lu Huizhua and Lin Nian were truly the perfect match, brilliant man and beautiful woman, perfectly matched. Lin Nian leaned tenderly against Lu Huizhua's side, her face glowing with the blissful happiness of a woman deeply in love. Lin Nian leaned tenderly against Lu Huizhua's side, her face glowing with the blissful happiness of a woman deeply in love. To Tang Su, the scene was nothing but ironic. Others might not have noticed, but Tang Su saw it. The hem of Lin Nian's bright red short skirt was slightly wrinkled. Those creases were likely caused by her rough encounter with Lu Fu in the corridor earlier. It was laughable, Lin Nian, so filthy, truly sleeping with anyone who pleased her, yet in Lu Huizhua's eyes, she remained the purest, cleanest woman. Unwilling to watch others flaunt their affection, Tang Su quietly turned away and continued searching for Jing Imo. Lin Nian spotted Tang Su too, but she didn't want to let her off easily. Holding Lu Huizhua's hand, she gracefully walked over to Tang Su, then pulled out a bright red invitation from her bag and handed it to her. Sister, this is the invitation to my engagement with Huizhua. You absolutely must come and support us. Wishing Lu Sanxiao a happy engagement, Lu Huizhua and Lin Nian were getting engaged. Although Lu Huizhua had already completely disappointed her, and she had decided to let go of that unrealistic affection in her heart, the moment Tang Su saw the engagement invitation, her chest still felt uncomfortably tight. But this was still much better than before. If in the past, Lin Nian told her about her engagement to Lu Huizhua, she would have been utterly devastated, unable even to muster the strength to accept the invitation. But now, she could still manage to put on a calm and composed appearance, take the invitation from Lin Nian's hand, and even curve her lips into a polite smile. Engagement, Tang Su said cheerfully. Do I need to give a gift for the occasion? Seems so, Lin Nian replied stiffly, surprised that Tang Su brought up the matter so directly. Usually graceful and tactful, she could only respond awkwardly. Throughout this, Lu Huizhua's gaze remained fixed tightly on Tang Su's delicate face. Initially, his eyes held nothing but cold indifference. But seeing Tang Su calmly accept the invitation with a smiling face, his expression instantly turned icy cold. Did this woman really look forward to his engagement with Lin Nian so much? Suddenly, he desperately wanted to twist the neck of this infuriating woman. Giving a gift. Tang Su continued smiling, her eyes and brows gently curved. Even with an obvious scar on her forehead, she remained stunningly beautiful. Rather than giving money to a scumbag and his slut, I'd rather feed it to dogs. With that, Tang Su slowly tore the invitation into pieces and threw them fiercely toward Lin Nian and Lu Huizhua. The paper hit Lin Nian right in the face. She was somewhat angry, but with so many people around, she had to maintain her image. So she put on a kind and pitiful expression and said, Sister, I sincerely invited you. How could you treat me like this? How did I treat you? Tang Su's smile remained flawlessly perfect. Lin Nian, I just wished you well. Tang Su's gaze slowly fell upon Lu Huizhua's face. Mr. Lu, I wish you and Lin Nian a long-lasting union, whore and dog forever together. With those words, Tang Su turned gracefully and walked away without looking back. Tang Su and dogs not allowed. Azwa, you trampled my dignity underfoot, saying I'm worse than a dog. Back then, I loved you so I endured it. But now, I don't love you anymore. In my eyes, you, Lu Huizhua, are nothing more than a blind, stupid dog. Tang Su. Lu Huizhua's threatening voice came from behind, but Tang Su didn't turn back. Once, he always used Xiao Shen to threaten her, and she compromised time and again. But now, the weakness he once exploited, he himself had removed. Who should fear whom now? Huizhua, don't be angry. It's all my fault. Fearing that Lu Huizhua might abandon her publicly and rush after Tang Su, Lin Nian quickly gripped his hand tightly and spoke pitifully. Huizhua, it's me. I accidentally upset sister. You can scold me. Hearing Lin Nian's words, Lu Huizhua suddenly snapped out of his trance and slowly withdrew his gaze from Tang Su's retreating figure. Nian, it's not your fault. Huizhua, I'm sorry. I just hoped to receive sister's blessing. I didn't expect her reaction to our engagement invitation to be so intense. Huizhua, believe me, I truly meant no harm. I didn't intentionally make sister angry. Nian, I believe you. Lu Huizhua responded absent-mindedly. Hearing this, Lin Yanyan leaned tenderly against his shoulder. Huizhua, you're so good to me. The interaction among Lu Huizhua, Lin Yanyan, and Tang Su attracted quite a few onlookers, but since no one dared approach closely to listen, nobody knew exactly what had happened. They simply assumed that Tang Su, an insignificant minor character, was being ungrateful and disrespecting the prestige of third young master Lu and Miss Lin. In truth, sometimes the world is truly absurd. Tang Su had once been Lu Huizhua's legitimate wife, yet everyone in the world only saw how perfectly matched Lu Senshao and Miss Lin appeared, never realizing that Lin Yanyan was merely a shameless third party. Tang Su wandered around the hall once more, still unable to find Jing Mo. She began feeling disheartened, thinking perhaps he wouldn't come tonight after all. Seeing the friendly-looking waiter she had previously asked about Jing Mo approaching her direction, Tang Su quickly went forward. Hello, has young Master Jing arrived? Oh, young Master Jing just arrived. He didn't come to the main hall, he went to the lounge upstairs. The waiter pointed toward the nearby staircase. Go up these stairs. Young Master Jing is in the northern room at the far east end. Young Master Jing is in the northern room at the far east end. Thank you. Tang Su originally intended to go straight to the lounge to find Jing Mo, but her stomach pain became unbearable. After some thought, she decided to take some painkillers first before going to see him. Actually, taking such painkillers on an empty stomach wasn't good for the body. Previously, Tang Su hadn't cared much, but now she wanted to seek justice for Xiao Shen and hoped to live a few more days. She needed to take better care of herself, so she ate something first, then drank warm water to swallow the painkillers. Lin Yanyan's eyes followed Tang Su closely. Seeing Tang Su talking with the waiter, after separating from Lu Huizhua, she quickly headed toward the waiter. Hello! The fact that Miss Lin actually greeted her first made the waiter feel extremely honored. Miss Lin, hello. I'm your fan. Miss Lin, hello. I'm your fan. Could I please get your autograph later? Of course. Lin Yanyan smiled warmly and gracefully. By the way, what did my sister want when she spoke to you earlier? Oh, the lady with the forehead injury? Very beautiful. The waiter hadn't realized who Lin Yanyan meant at first, but upon hearing about the forehead injury, she suddenly understood. Miss Lin, do you mean Miss Tang? She seemed to have something important to discuss with young Master Jing. I told her he's in the lounge upstairs. She should be heading there soon. Lin Yanyan didn't reply. Instead, she turned and quietly took out a small bottle from her bag, dumping all its contents into a glass of red wine on the front desk. She picked up the wine glass, gently swirled it, then placed it into the waiter's hand. Young Master Jing is an old friend of my sister. They really should catch up tonight. Here, help me deliver this glass of red wine to his room. Just say it's from my sister. As she spoke, Lin Yanyan slipped a thick stack of cash into the waiter's hand. Seeing the large bundle of $100 bills, the waiter's eyes immediately lit up. Naturally, she wouldn't refuse Lin Yanyan's request. She kept thanking profusely, placed the wine glass on a tray, and quickly hurried upstairs toward the private room. Looking at Tang Su eating snacks in the distance, Lin Yanyan couldn't suppress the upward curve of her lips. The substance in this bottle she had prepared was originally meant for Tang Su and Lu Fu. Never expected it would come in handy tonight. Tonight, things were going to get interesting. Tang Su, shameless as ever. Indeed, one should eat something before taking painkillers. After having a few pastries and some appetizers, Tang Su took her medicine and immediately felt much better in her stomach. Sitting on a high stool for a while to recover, she grabbed her bag and headed upstairs. The rooms upstairs were called lounges, but in reality, they were VIP guest suites. Although Tang Su already knew which room Jing Mo was in, getting inside wouldn't be easy. Jing Mo hated her so much, he definitely wouldn't open the door for her. All the way up, she rehearsed countless ways to persuade him to let her in, yet when she arrived at the door, she found it wide open. Tang Su knocked lightly, almost symbolically, then tiptoed inside. Jing Mo, she whispered softly. Suddenly, she felt a dark shadow looming over her. Jing Mo had somehow appeared right in front of her without a sound. Meeting his cold, emotionless gaze, Tang Su couldn't help but feel a pang of sorrow. But this wasn't the time to grieve. She cleared her throat and forced herself to sound cheerful. Jing Mo, I came to see you today because there's something really important. Could I please have just a few minutes of your time? Can we talk properly? Jing Mo didn't respond. He simply stared at her with inscrutable eyes. Once, those clear, gentle eyes sparkled like stars. Now, only icy glints remained. His silence, Tang Su took as consent. Suppressing the bitterness in her heart, she carefully pulled Xiao Shen's notebook from her bag and opened it to the page containing his final wish. Suppressing the bitterness in her heart, she carefully pulled Xiao Shen's notebook from her bag and opened it to the page containing his final wish. She held it out to Jing Mo. Jing Mo, I'm not lying. This truly is Xiao Shen's last wish. He wanted you to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for him one more time. I know asking you to go to Xiao Shen's grave and sing might seem excessive, But if you remembered me and Xiao Shun, you wouldn't think so. Back when we were in the dungeon, every single night, you sang that song for him. Jingmo, I'm begging you. Please, just one more time, for the very last time. If you agree, I'll be grateful to you for the rest of my life. The dungeon. Jingmo sharply caught the word. What dungeon? Jingmo, we spent 4 years together in that dungeon. Xiao Shun was my child with Azua. I'd been imprisoned for half a year when he was born. The 3 of us relied on each other to survive. You were so kind to me and Xiao Shun. You and Xiao Shun had such a special bond. In the dungeon, you taught him how to count and read, and you sang Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to him every night. In the dungeon, you taught him how to count and read, and you sang Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to him every night. Jingmo, can it be that you don't remember either of us at all? Humph. Jingmo's cold gaze grew even colder. Tang Su, you'll say anything to latch onto me, won't you? Too bad, you've miscalculated. Jingmo, have lost my memory. Some things from the past 4 years are a bit hazy, but I know this. I was injured and recovering in a sanatorium, where Tang Tang stayed by my side without ever leaving. There's no you, and certainly no Xiao Shun. Tang Su stared at Jingmo in disbelief. She never expected he'd have false memories. Could it be that she'd been wrong all along? Was Jingmo not suffering from amnesia, but rather, had been hypnotized by someone with ulterior motives? The media portrayed Jingmo and his brother Jing Hao as the perfect, loving brothers. But she knew better than anyone what unspeakable crimes Jing Hao had committed against Jingmo. If Jingmo had indeed been hypnotized, he would have no defenses against Jing Hao. And if Jing Hao tried the same trick again, Jingmo would be completely vulnerable. Who would want to hypnotize Jingmo? And why? Lost in her thoughts, Tang Su suddenly felt Jingmo clamp down hard on her shoulder. His grip was so strong she thought her bones might shatter. Tang Su, I've seen plenty of women like you, ruthless, desperate to climb their way up. Too bad I have no interest in shameless women like you. Too bad I have no interest in shameless women like you. For the rest of my life, I only want Tang Tang. Jingmo, I didn't. Tang Su quickly defended herself, terrified of being misunderstood. I swear I have absolutely no improper feelings toward you. I only see you as a friend. Yes, it hurts that you've forgotten me and Xiao Shun, but honestly, it's just a little painful. Xiao Shun is gone, and truthfully, I don't have much time left myself. So even if you forget us, it doesn't matter that much anymore. All I want is to fulfill Xiao Shun's final wish. Even days had passed, but every time she recalled the image of Xiao Shun being brutally thrown off the cliff, Tang Su's chest tightened so painfully she could barely breathe. Her mouth opened wide, gasping for air, struggling to make a sound. She turned her face away, unwilling to let Jingmo see the fragility and despair in her eyes. Xiao Shun died in agony. He was thrown off the cliff. After the fall, wild beasts. She couldn't continue. Jingmo, it's only because you don't remember us now. If you did, if you knew how Xiao Shun died, you'd be heartbroken. Actually, maybe it's better that you don't remember. Better. Tang Su sighed softly. At least, if both she and Xiao Shun left this cold world before him, he wouldn't have to suffer. After a few choked sobs, she finally regained her voice. Jingmo, please believe me. From beginning to end, I've never had romantic feelings for you. I would never try to cling to you. Jingmo, I truly only need your help, so Xiao Shun can leave in peace. Jingmo's fingers involuntarily clenched tighter, his lips pressing into a thin line. He'd always despised this shameless woman who threw herself at him. Yet now, hearing her claim she had no romantic feelings for him, an inexplicable irritation surged within him. Damn it, this woman was infuriating. She'd nearly gotten Fong Tang killed just to get to him. How could she possibly have no feelings for him? Seeing the fury gathering in Jingmo's eyes, Tang Su feared he might tear Xiao Shun's notebook like he had torn the photo before. She quickly shoved the notebook back into her bag. Jingmo, she said cautiously, if you grant Xiao Shun's final wish, I'll repay you in the next life. Whether as ox or horse, I'll serve you. Still pretending. Jingmo had no intention of wasting another second on this irritating woman. Just as he prepared to throw her out of the room, he suddenly felt his body begin to burn with unnatural heat. Just as he prepared to throw her out of the room, he suddenly felt his body begin to burn with unnatural heat. He'd been drugged like this before. He instantly realized he'd been set up, especially recalling the waiter who brought the glass of red wine, saying it was from Miss Tang. Now he was certain. Tonight's scheme was hers. He'd assumed the wine was sent by Miss Tang, meaning Tang Tang, and drank it without hesitation. Now he saw the truth. It was this Miss Tang after all. To climb into his bed, she resorted to such despicable means. How impressive. Bang! With a violent shove, Jingmo slammed Tang Su hard onto the floor, then pressed his body heavily on top of her. Fine. Since you're so shameless, I'll give you exactly what you want. Throw Tang Su away like garbage. At first, Tang Su didn't understand what Jingmo meant by that. But when she met his eyes, clearly swirling with an unnatural red. She instantly realized he must have been drugged. And whoever did this, their ultimate goal was to ruin her. Tang Su's mind raced. Even if she wasn't particularly clever, in that moment, she knew she absolutely couldn't let Jing Mo continue like this. Otherwise, they would truly fall into someone else's trap. She tightened her grip and slapped Jing Mo hard across the face. Jing Mo, calm down. The heavy slap briefly cleared his mind. But as clarity returned, his disgust toward Tang Su only deepened. He stood up and callously flung her aside. What? Aren't you Miss Tang? He sneered. Tang Su, you drugged my drink, then came straight into my room. Since you wanted it so badly, why are you pretending to be some pure virtuous woman now? Don't you feel sick? I didn't do it. Tang Su shook her head frantically. Jing Mo, we've fallen into someone else's trap. Are you feeling terrible right now? Let me take you to the hospital. As she reached for her bag to call emergency services, she suddenly remembered. Her phone was dead. She knew that for a man under the influence of such a drug, the consequences could be severe if not treated. She had no intention of doing that with Jing Mo, so she hoped he'd go to the hospital. She originally planned to use Jing Mo's phone to call for help, but seeing his eyes growing redder by the second, she quickly changed her mind. She had to leave this room first. Whoever had drugged Jing Mo surely had plans to catch them in a compromising situation later. If anything actually happened between her and Jing Mo, they'd never be able to clear their names. Even jumping into the Yellow River wouldn't wash them clean. With that thought, Tang Su struggled to her feet and rushed toward the door. But just as she took a step forward, Jing Mo grabbed her and yanked her back. Playing hard to get. His bloodshot eyes were filled with mockery. Your tricks are truly pathetic. Bang! Tang Su felt a sharp pain as her body crashed down onto the cold wooden floor like a sack. Before she could even catch her breath, Jing Mo loomed over her again. This time, every pore on her body screamed with pain, threatening to split open. She wanted to change everything, but she couldn't muster even a fraction of strength, helpless as the world spun wildly around her. Huaizhua, it's bad. Lin Yanyan saw Lu Huaizhua hang up the phone and hurried to him, wearing a worried expression. What is it? Lu Huaizhua put his phone down, speaking carelessly. My sister is in trouble. What? Lu Huaizhua's face changed drastically. The usual indifference in his eyes vanished, replaced by clear anxiety. Seeing this, Lin Yanyan burned with jealousy and hatred, but thinking of the show about to unfold, she forced herself back into composure. Just now, I heard someone say my sister went up to young Master Jing's room, and that she and Jing. Before Lin Yanyan could finish, Lu Huaizhua had already shot out like an arrow from a bow. Seeing how urgently he rushed off, Lin Yanyan ground her teeth in fury, yet still followed behind in her high heels. She knew Lu Huaizhua had never truly let go of Tang Su. But men loved purity. 4 years ago, the scene of Tang Su with Jing Hao made him believe she was dirty, but that was too long ago, its impact fading from his heart. Now, she would make him see Tang Su's filthy nature once more, so he would finally despise her completely. And tonight, her plan was a two birds with one stone move. Not only would Lu Huaizhua come to utterly detest Tang Su, but Jing Mo would also come to view her as nothing more than a fly or mosquito. From then on, the two most important men in Tang Su's life would both throw her away like trash. Crash! The bedroom door was violently kicked open by Lu Huaizhua. When he saw Tang Su and Jing Mo tangled together inside, he lost control completely and swung a fierce punch straight at Jing Mo's face. Jing Mo, already fully overtaken by the drug, never expected anyone to burst in and land such a blow. He refused to suffer silently. He raised his fist and struck back at Lu Huaizhua with full force. Jing Mo was skilled, but compared to Lu Huaizhua, he was slightly inferior. After a few exchanges, his face was already covered in bruises. Tonight, Jing Mo's actions had truly hurt Tang Su. But he was still a friend she cared about. She didn't want to see him injured. She pulled her clothes together, climbed painfully to her feet, and stepped forward. Mr. Lu, stop. Jing Mo is hurt. Lu Huaizhua had already lost his mind upon seeing the scene. Now, seeing Tang Su defending Jing Mo, his rage exploded. Still dazed, he took a heavy punch from Jing Mo. The blow landed perfectly on his mouth. Immediately, a thin line of crimson blood seeped from the corner of his lips. Seeing Lu Huaizhua bleeding, Tang Su's heart clenched uncontrollably. Instinctively, she reached out to wipe away that small, offending smear of red, but then she remembered how he had coldly sacrificed Xiao Shun for Lin Yanyan. Her heart turned colder inch by inch, and she could only offer a self-mocking smile. Meeting Tang Su's faint smile, every expression on Lu Huaizhua's face froze solid. She was smiling. She panicked over Jing Mo being injured, but when he got hurt, she laughed. Did she love Jing Mo that much? That single thought nearly twisted Lu Huaizhua into madness. Especially seeing Tang Su's disheveled clothes, he was ready to explode on the spot. He couldn't bear to snap her delicate neck, so he could only kill the man in this room. Clenching his fist tightly, The veins on the back of his hand bulged with fury. Before Tang Su could react, he threw another brutal punch at Jing Imo. Jing Imo didn't back down. He met Lu Huaizuo's attack head-on, and the two instantly became locked in a fierce, desperate fight. Lin Yanyan bit her lip hard. She had acted too hastily, arriving too early, before Jing Imo and Tang Su had actually crossed the final line. But even so, she still had ways to ensure Tang Su could never rise again. She rushed forward, feigning panic, and tightly grabbed Lu Huaizuo's arm. Huaizuo, you and young Master Jing stop. There must be some misunderstanding here. Fearing she might get hurt, both Lu Huaizuo and Jing Imo paused. Lin Yanyan shielded Tang Su behind her and continued her dramatic performance. Young Master Jing, why are you bullying my sister? Do you even realize that if Huaizuo and I had arrived just a moment later, my sister would have been? Susu, I believe you. Lin Yanyan didn't finish what she was about to say, but they were all adults. Everyone clearly understood her meaning. As Lin Yanyan predicted, after hearing those words, Jing Imo indeed curled his lips in mocking disdain. Humph. His gaze swept over Tang Su's face with contempt and sharpness. I bullied her. If she hadn't drugged me and thrown herself at me, would I ever touch her? My tastes aren't that twisted. Tang Su didn't immediately defend herself. Her expression seemed slightly dazed. She stared blankly at Jing Imo. If she hadn't seen it with her own eyes since their reunion, she truly wouldn't have believed that such a gentle face could wear an expression as cold as the depths of winter, and yet on him, it looked completely natural. It was as if he had always been meant to look at her, Tang Su, with icy indifference. Their 4 years of mutual support now felt like nothing more than a dream. Tang Su! It wasn't until Lu Huaizuo's gritted voice rang through the air did Tang Su snap back to reality. She refused to bear these baseless accusations. Speaking plainly, she said, I didn't drug Jing Imo. I was framed, and I never threw myself at him. I came to see him only for Xiao Shun. I came to see him only for Xiao Shun. Framed. Jing Mo's sneer deepened. Tang Su, don't tell me you're not Miss Tang. Don't tell me it wasn't you who willingly walked into my room tonight. Don't tell me it wasn't you shamelessly throwing yourself at me again and again in the underground garage of Jing Corporation. Don't tell me it wasn't you who nearly killed my Tang Tang just to get into my bed. It wasn't me, Tang Su instinctively retorted. She had indeed gone to the underground garage twice to find Jing Imo, but neither time was to seduce him. As for Fong Tang's injury, that was entirely a stage performance between her and Lin Yanyan. Tang Su, you've got some nerve. Before she could say more, Lu Huaizuo roughly grabbed her by the throat. Are you going to die if you don't flirt with men for one day? His fists clenched so tightly they cracked audibly. He wanted nothing more than to smash that infuriatingly beautiful face, but in the end, his fist slammed hard into the wall beside her instead. This predictable, unoriginal action served only to make it excruciating for Tang Su to speak. Yet even as speaking became agonizing, there were still things she had to say. She lifted her chin slightly, like a resilient plum blossom braving the snowstorm, fragile, yet defiant. She lifted her chin slightly, like a resilient plum blossom braving the snowstorm, fragile, yet defiant. Yes, Mr. Lu, I'd die if I didn't flirt with men for a day. But what does that have to do with you? Tang Su. At the sound of Lu Huaizuo's near roar, the weary smile on Tang Su's face deepened. Mr. Lu, my mind is perfectly fine. I don't need you reminding me over and over that my name is Tang Su. She didn't enjoy being mistreated. With effort, she used her right hand to pry open Lu Huaizuo's grip, then turned to face Jing Imo. She had thought she could calmly say certain things to Jing Imo, but the moment she saw him, memories flooded back, the image of him cradling Xiao Shun in that dungeon, gently soothing him, singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, over and over. Her eyes stung uncontrollably. Her voice trembled with suppressed sobs. Jing Imo, I know you don't believe me. But even if you don't, I still have to say it. Every single time I approached you, Tang Su did it for Xiao Shun. The first time, I needed money for his surgery. The second time, and this time too, it was all to fulfill Xiao Shun's last wish. Jing Imo, I swear upon Xiao Shun's soul, if Tang Su has ever harbored even the slightest improper thought toward you, may I be struck by lightning, suffer a wretched death. And if that's not enough, may my soul shatter and never find peace even in death. Jing Mo's pupils contracted sharply. He despised this shameless woman, but for some reason, seeing her lift her chin and make such a solemn vow, a sudden, inexplicable panic surged within him, along with a sense of abandonment. A dull ache spread across his chest. The pain was so intense that the heat rising through his body from the drug slowly began to fade. Jing Imo was always calm, always in control. Yet in this moment, he didn't understand himself. It was as if he couldn't accept the idea that Tang Su truly had no improper feelings for him. Without thinking, the words burst out. Tang Su, if you really had no improper intentions, would you have kidnapped Tang Tang just to remove obstacles in your way? Tang Su fixed her gaze deeply on Jing Imo, as if trying to see straight into his soul. She couldn't understand, how had the man who once seemed so wise and perceptive been so easily manipulated by a deceitful woman? Seeing Tang Su remain silent, Jing Mo assumed guilt. Coldly, he demanded, "What, nothing to say?" "No, I have nothing more to say. Because no matter what I say, none of you will believe me. But even if no one believes me, I must still say it. Tang Su has never done anything evil. Tang Su has never harmed anyone. Tang Su answers to her conscience and to heaven and earth. That you don't believe me doesn't matter. Because I don't need your belief. From now on, I truly won't need it anymore." In many ways, Jing Mo and Lu Huizhou were the same, both incapable of distinguishing right from wrong, good from evil. So from now on, she would never waste her strength on them again. Tang Su turned, ready to leave this humiliating room, when a voice, still carrying traces of youthful innocence, yet firm and resolute, rang out from the doorway. "I believe you. I believe you." Tang Su abruptly lifted her face. There, standing at the entrance, was Lin Yichen, covered in travel dust. His face bore signs of exhaustion from his journey, but the warm smile on his boyish features could melt the coldest frost. Bathed in light, he stepped forward toward Tang Su, hands empty yet seeming to carry the fragrance of roses. He stopped before her, gently clasped her small hand, his touch filled with heart-wrenching tenderness and longing. "Susu, I believe you. Second young Master Lin." Tang Su moved her lips, and suddenly, her eyes welled with tears. She had thought she was too broken to cry any longer. But before this man, so youthful in appearance, yet so vast in heart, she could weep freely like a little girl. "Susu, I'm back." Ignoring the varied expressions of the others in the room, Lin Yichen tightened his grip and pulled Tang Su fiercely into his arms. Harming others is Lin Yan. "Lin Ershao." Tang Su tightly hugged Lin Yichen, like a child who had been abandoned and finally found a loved one. She felt wronged and wanted to tell Lin Yichen so many things, but when the words reached her lips, they all turned into just calling his name. Tang Su felt that in life, sometimes things were truly miraculous. Some people, you only needed to call their name once, and it could make you feel incredibly warm. Lu Huizhou narrowed his eyes dangerously, coldly staring at the two clinging tightly together. His facial expression remained unchanged, but his gaze instantly turned violent and twisted. Jing Mo's face also turned extremely ugly. He felt as if his emotions had been toyed with. This shameless woman had tried to seduce him just a moment ago. How could she then throw herself into another man's arms in the next? Lin Yan was slightly stunned that Lin Yichen had returned so quickly, but she excelled at managing her expressions, and within moments, she resumed her usual graceful demeanor. She stepped forward, playing the role of a caring older sister, warmly addressing Lin Yichen. "Yichen, you're back. I believe there must be some misunderstanding about tonight's incident. If I gave Jingshao drugs, I definitely had my reasons." Lin Yan seemed to be defending Tang Su, but by saying this, she actually confirmed the accusation that Tang Su had drugged Jing Mo. Tang Su wasn't stupid. She immediately understood the hidden meaning behind Lin Yan's words. Just as she was about to tear off the hypocritical mask on Lin Yan's face, Lin Yichen spoke first. "Tang Su drugged Jingshao." Lin Yichen smiled and gently released Tang Su. He lightly clapped his hands, and someone walked into the room. When Lin Yan saw who had entered, her face instantly changed. It was the waitress who had delivered the wine to Jing Mo's room. But how did Lin Yichen manage to find this waitress so quickly after just returning to the country? As if reading Lin Yan's thoughts, Lin Yichen kindly clarified for her. "Sister, surprised that I found Xiaoli, aren't you? Right after I landed today, I rushed to look for Susu. But I couldn't find her at her small apartment or at the hospital. Worried, I had Nie Feng investigate and discover that Susu came to this charity gala. I was anxious to see Susu, and since she came here, of course I had to come too. Funny enough, while I was taking a phone call in the hallway, I overheard Xiaoli whispering secrets with her friend. It wasn't a big deal not to listen, but once I did, I seemed to uncover an astonishing secret. My Susu appears to have been framed." Without giving Lin Yan a chance to speak, Lin Yichen cheerfully looked at Xiaoli. "Xiaoli, tell us, exactly who asked you to deliver that glass of red wine to Jingshao's room? Was it my Susu, or perhaps my dear sister, Lin Yan?" Lin Yan's face turned pale. Before she could stop her, Xiaoli had already spoken. It was Miss Lin Yan. "You're lying!" Lin Yan screamed hysterically. "I didn't do anything at all. Why are you framing me like this?" She abruptly turned to glare at Tang Su. "Sister, why are you doing this? If you wanted to sleep with Jing Mo and failed, that's your own business. Why are you splashing dirty water on me and making me your scapegoat?" Xiaoli was an upright girl. Hearing Lin Yan twist facts like this, she became indignant. "Miss Lin, what exactly do you mean? You were the one who handed me that glass of red wine and told me to give it to Jingshao, and even instructed me to say it was from Miss Tang. You're my idol. I liked you. I naively believed that you were as upright, passionate, and kind as the image you've created. So I thought you genuinely wanted to help Miss Tang Su reconnect with her old friend by sending that drink. But I never expected you to add something to that wine. You made me deliver it to harm Miss Tang Su. Miss Lin, I'm deeply disappointed in you. I'll never like you again. I'm telling you, from today on, I'm officially turning from your biggest fan to your #1 hater. I'm your top troll now. After saying this, Xiaoli proudly pulled out a thick stack of money from her pocket and threw it straight at Lin Yanyan. I don't want your dirty, blood money. Lin Yanyan was hit so hard she nearly spat out blood. Her perfectly made-up face turned green, then white, utterly hideous. But Lin Yanyan was still Lin Yanyan. In an instant, she regained her composure. Calmly, she said, Xiaoli, right? Xiaoli, we've never had any grudge. I don't understand why you frame me like this. Tonight, I've never even seen you. How could I possibly give you money to do anything for me? Xiaoli, what you're doing really hurts me. Lin Yanyan turned to Tang Su, tears welling in her eyes. Sister, I know you brought Xiaoli here just to ruin me. Sister, I don't blame you. I truly don't blame you. I just beg you, don't hurt me anymore, okay? After all, I've always called you sister. Helplessly, Lin Yanyan collapsed into Lu Huizua's arms. Huizua, please don't blame sister, okay? I know sister did this because she resents you for saving me and abandoning Xiaoshen. Huizua, please don't blame sister, okay? I know sister did this because she resents you for saving me and abandoning Xiaoshen that I've been pregnant before. I know how painful losing a child is. I understand sister's sorrow, so Huizua, please forgive her, okay? Seeing Lin Yanyan play the purest white lotus flower so convincingly, Tang Su almost laughed. Lin Yanyan had a talent. No matter how vicious her actions, she could always shift the blame onto others. Xiaoli was also shocked by Lin Yanyan's flawless performance. After a brief pause, she spoke with admiration. Miss Lin, no wonder you're a superstar actress. Your acting skills are impressive. Truly admirable. Miss Lin, I have an honest comment. Not sure if I should say it, but, without waiting for Lin Yanyan's permission, Xiaoli continued. Miss Lin, using these acting skills at work is great. After all, actors should compete on skill, but using them in real life? That's just creepy. You're performing nonstop, both on and off stage, that I'm tired just watching you. Miss Lin, I don't know how your acting became so masterful, but I do know one thing. The main hall has surveillance cameras. Whether you paid me to deliver the wine, we can check the footage and it'll be crystal clear. Oh, and I remember, you touched the wine glass. When we review the camera footage, should we also take the chance to test for fingerprints? Xiaoli's lips curled into an innocent smile as she pointed at the glass on the nightstand. Yes, that very glass. I bet a pack of spicy strips that it has Miss Lin's fingerprints on it. He couldn't forget Tang Su. After hearing Xiaoli's words, Lin Yanyan's face instantly turned as pale as paper. Her lips kept trembling, but despite her shaking for a long time, she couldn't find her voice. Xiaoli's energetic voice continued. Miss Lin, I've made an enemy of you today. With your petty and narrow-minded personality, you definitely won't let me off the hook. I'm putting this out there. If anything ever happens to me in the future, it'll definitely be because of you, Miss Lin. Even if I fail my exams after school starts, it'll be your fault. Lin Yanyan had indeed planned to teach Xiaoli a lesson later, but Xiaoli was too clever. After saying this, she truly didn't dare to sabotage him anymore. Moreover, Lin Yanyan felt deeply wronged. What did her failing exams have to do with her? What is it, Lin Yanyan? Do I really have to go verify fingerprints and pull up surveillance footage before you're willing to admit what you've done? Lin Yichen gently rubbed Tang Su's small hand. The pleasant smile on his cherubic face gradually faded, his voice now heavy with threat. Lin Yichen, you really won't cry until you see the coffin, will you? Lin Yanyan staggered. Her mind raced. She knew that if they actually pulled surveillance and tested fingerprints, no matter how eloquent she was, she wouldn't be able to turn the situation around. Better to confess now, play the victim, and at least save some face. After all, there was plenty of time ahead. She could destroy Tang Su completely, but there was no need to rush it. With that thought, Lin Yanyan quickly squeezed out 2 tears. Like an abandoned puppy, she pitifully grabbed Lu Huizua's sleeve. Huizua, I'm sorry. I lied to you. Xiaoli is right. I asked her to deliver the red wine to Jing Xiao. Lu Huizua abruptly lifted his eyes, staring at Lin Yanyan in disbelief, as if he'd never truly known the woman before him. Meeting his gaze, Lin Yanyan felt utterly humiliated. But she'd always been someone who could bend when needed. For the sake of her long-term plans, she continued through her tears. Huizua, yes, I had her send the wine, but not to deliberately frame Sister Tang. I admit, I had selfish motives. I really did. Huizua, even if you refuse to acknowledge it, I can feel it. You've never forgotten about her. I'm just an ordinary woman. When the man I love carries someone else in his heart, I feel jealous. bitter and heartbroken. Huizua, do you know how much pain I feel every time you're with her? I don't understand. These past 4 years, it was me by your side, me who risked life and death for you. Yet the one you can't forget isn't me. I feel so insecure. I'm terrified you'll leave me. That's why I hoped Sister Tang could meet her true destiny, fall in love with another man. I knew she liked Jing Xiao. Tonight, I heard her asking about him everywhere. On impulse, I wanted to help her. I thought, if she and Jing Xiao became intimate, she'd get what she wanted, and I wouldn't have to keep living in fear of you two rekindling your old feelings. It seemed like such a perfect solution, why wouldn't I take it? But later, I got scared. I worried she'd hate me for it, so I called you to stop everything. I was afraid you'd look down on me, think I was evil. That's why I couldn't bring myself to admit it earlier. Lin Yanyan's face was soaked with tears. She looked at Lu Huizua with heartbreaking sorrow. Huizua, am I terribly, terribly wicked? I think so too. Huizua, am I terribly, terribly wicked? I think so too. My actions tonight were awful, but I was so scared of losing you. I've already lost our child. I can't lose you too. Huizua, please don't abandon me, okay? Lu Huizua felt ashamed of himself. Hearing Lin Yanyan's words, an uncontrollable joy surged within him. He was glad Tang Su hadn't willingly drugged Jing Mo and tried to climb into his bed. But that joy lasted only 2 seconds before his heart sank once more. She had entered Jing Mo's room on her own. If she had absolutely no intention of seducing him, how could a woman possibly walk into a man's room late at night? Lu Huizua's gaze fell on Tang Su like a blade. His fingers involuntarily tightened, unaware that he nearly crushed Lin Yanyan's hand. Only when Lin Yanyan cried out in pain did he snap back to reality. He immediately released her hand. Outwardly calm, his heart was already churning violently. Lin Yanyan's eyes were filled with sorrowful entreaty. Huizua, I know I've made a mistake, but I'll work hard to change. Will you forgive me this once? Nian Yan, it's not your fault, Lu Huizua said expressionlessly, pulling her into his arms. He spoke to her, yet his eyes remained fixed on Tang Su, as if trying to pierce through her with his gaze, reducing the fickle woman before him to a sieve. Not her fault. Hearing Lu Huizua's words, Tang Su couldn't help but laugh coldly. How ridiculous. If she'd done even the slightest wrong to Lin Yanyan, he would have wanted to flay her alive. Yet now, after Lin Yanyan framed her so cruelly, he still held her close, soothing her gently. When a man loves someone, he can forgive anything. When he doesn't love someone, his cruelty knows no bounds. But Azwa, this time, I'm not disappointed in you, because I've long known that such cruelty is truly who you are. After hearing Lin Yanyan's confession, Jing Mo's handsome face darkened as if splashed with thick ink. It wasn't Tang Su, that shameless woman, who had drugged him. She hadn't even wanted to sleep with him. How could she not want to sleep with him? Jing Mo felt his moral compass tilting. The mere thought that Tang Su hadn't wanted to be with him tonight made his heart burn like oil over fire. Only by repeatedly telling himself that the shameless woman might not have acted tonight, but had always desired him, could he feel slightly better. Yet when he saw Tang Su leaning gently against Lin Yichen's side, unbearable irritation flared in his chest again. She clearly wanted him. Why was she so close to Lin Yichen? And it seemed she was entangled with Lu Huizua too. This damned woman! Couldn't she be more devoted when seducing men? Humph! A woman who isn't faithful will never succeed in capturing a man's heart. So thought the noble and aloof young Master Jing. Tang Su had come to find Jing Mo tonight, primarily to fulfill Xiao Shun's last wish. Now, she clearly understood that Jing Mo would never sing Little Star for Xiao Shun again. She no longer wished to stay in this suffocating, chaotic room. Just as she was about to take Lin Yichen's hand and leave, Lin Yanyan suddenly dropped to her knees before her with a thud. She would make Lin Yanyan lose all her reputation. Tang Su never expected Lin Yanyan to suddenly act like this. She was startled. She knew Lin Yanyan was being dramatic again, playing the victim once more. She didn't want to play along, but Lin Yanyan tightly clung to her leg, refusing to let go no matter how hard she tried to pull away. Big sister, I'm so sorry. It was all my fault tonight. Please forgive me. If you won't forgive me, I'll kneel here until I die. I'll never get up. I know losing Xiao Shun hurt you deeply. I feel it too. I keep thinking I've failed you, failed Xiao Shun. That's why I wanted to help you find someone reliable. That's how tonight happened. Big sister, I'm truly sorry. I shouldn't have taken things into my own hands.